Well, here we are back at Richfield Bus Company in Bloomington, Minnesota. This is the garage area behind the main office building. And again, I'd like to introduce Stan Holter, who is the co-president of Bus Boys Collection. And he would like to show you some of his nice pieces that he keeps warm and dry inside the garage. And by the way, I'm Bus Old Man Phil, if you didn't know that already. Stan?
All right, hi there. So we've only got a few in here right now. Summertime, we take some of them outside and move around in some of our other endeavors that we do. But in the last clip that we had, we were looking at the VO100 and a high level prior to that. So here's our Flexliner, 1968 Flexliner. Found this one out in California and went out and drove it home. And I talked about MacGyvering my way home before. This is one of the buses that took some major MacGyvering to get home. I won't go into all of that, but anyway, it's a beautiful coach. Taking it down to Loudonville to the Flexible Rally and many other places around the country for some shows. Took it to our own show in Evansville in 2017, one of 5 others that we brought down there for our show. And this is one of 2 known left in existence that's fully seated. However, I think I've learned that there's a third one that may not be completely seated but has quite a number of its seats. So we're hoping that that owner, a fairly new owner, restores that one back to original. But anyway, this is a great example of the flexible Flexliner. And unfortunately, being tight in here, we can't get around it very well, but we can go up inside. And it still has the original interior in it. Nothing has been restored or redone. The seats are in fair condition, but certainly showable.
What's the powertrain on this one?
Inline 671, the Spicer 5-speed.
Did Flex ever use any of the 8V71s?
Not to my knowledge. They did have, I believe, Cummins and a Caterpillar option in some of the high-level models, but it was an option, and most of the buses were outfitted with the inline 671. Alright, this is our 1952 Mack C50. This bus is the only bus of its model that we're aware of known in existence. And we do have some other C49 that we didn't cover today, but this C50 is the only running, restored, still completely original seated bus that we're aware of. My parents bought this coach in 1964. It's built in 52, delivered here to the Twin Cities to Twin City Lines, TCRT, for Twin City Rapid Transit. They sold their Macks off in 64. My parents bought this one and ran it in service until probably 73, and then we had used it as a storage vehicle for many years until 2009. As our 50-year anniversary celebration approached, my brother and I decided to take this bus out and have it secretly restored and unveil it as a tribute to our parents in 2009. So that was 10 years ago. 11 now, yeah, you're right. So anyway, this we opened up a can of worms, but we're thankful that we did. We went to the extent. The siding from the red belt line below, everything was stripped off the bus. right down to a skeleton. The interior was completely ripped out, so it was really a skeleton, and everything was gone through and replaced and put back together. So it's a beautiful representation of the Mack from its period. We're still missing the front nose badge, which we have, just haven't put on. But we can go inside and take a peek as well. So the seats are all original yet. All the seats were taken out. The flooring was pulled up and replaced with the original. I sent a piece of flooring into Ace Rubber and had it reproduced. The side panels have all been replaced and painted. Check out some of the old car card advertising signs. This is one of the most fun facts of this bus that people enjoy taking a look at, but these are original car cards for advertising back in the 50s, 60s. Still got the original dash and instrument cluster. The front end we left alone. There was a little bit of paintwork done under the dash that we didn't have good matching paint for it, but we've had this bus out to a number of shows. The trophy there was from one of the Richfield Cattail Day shows. This is our 1970 MCI MC7. It's one of 3 MC7s that we have. We've got one currently that's being restored back to the original Greyhound livery. This one we redid back to a paint scheme that we had back in the 70s. It was, though this is not the bus, the MC7 is the first MCI that our parents bought for service, and one of my favorite model of buses. Anyway, we restored this back to look like what we used to operate. Another bus that we use to take around the country for various shows, and very roadworthy bus. We go inside and take a peek. This also has the original interior. However, somebody did add some curtains to the inside, which is not original. Found this bus down in southern Texas, went down and drove it home. Even plate up to your left.
Oh, that reflects a little bit there.
You don't need me, you can do this.
No, I don't like that. You ready? I was going to try to convince Phil to take a test drive today in one of our latest acquisitions here, but he wasn't so inclined. He's just not experienced with the type of pedals this bus has. So I guess we'll leave it up to Baby George to do its first test drive.
That kind of wraps it up, folks. I hope you enjoyed our tour, and be nice to hear your comments. And if you're not subscribed to Bus Old Man Phil, please do. I feel so good when I see all those subscriptions. A thumbs up wouldn't hurt either. And also tune in to Bus Boys Collection on YouTube for more interesting stuff. And Stan, thank you for taking us on this tour through your great organization. And I am an employee of Richfield Bus Company, and I feel grateful, very grateful to have Stan keep me on hand here. I'm getting old and crabby, but I don't have anything else to do. So thanks a million,
Yeah,
Stan.
you bet. You know, we only touched on a few of the buses out of the collection today, and one of the buses I wish we could have shown that's not here is our 1948 Kenworth KW1. The painting of it right here that we're standing in front of actually is a painting of how it was found. Actually, I have a picture. I don't know if you can see through the camera very well. That's how the bus was found back in the woods up in Washington State. And the bottom picture is a picture of it in 1955, last in service for Greyhound. So we have, well, Kenworth built 21 of these coaches, and we have number 21 that's currently being restored, and we have 3 of these. We've just recently picked up another Kenworth K10 model that also is not here, but very rare coach, and something that we hope to have finished in the near future with back in its original Greyhound livery. I'll kind of finish off here with a photo of our 50th anniversary celebration. We talked about the Mack, but this was also done as a tribute to our parents who started our company in '59. So we had a painting done with a collage of some of the old buses through the years to current model buses. So you know, Mom and Dad built this empire with nothing. They started from scratch, and they actually, was something I didn't mention either, we didn't cover any of our transit buses, but the very first bus they bought was a 1948 Rio Flying Cloud, and we still have that bus. That's tucked away in a garage, needs to be restored, but someday we hope to get to that as well. I will say thank you and sign off, and hope to see you down the road.